rusted blade. I've been riding through the night trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine for me no more. Just lead me down this lonesome desert floor. Every town I pass remembers my name. Whispers spread like wildfire and blame. I ain't searching for forgiveness or peace, just a place where my heart can find a sleep. 'Cause I'm a rider without a home, just a shadow made of dust and bone. I'm a rider. The road runs quiet through the night, like it's hiding from the light. Dust hangs low where memories roam, on the path that leads us home. There's a weight I can't outrun, from all the things I've said and done. And every mile I've ever known just leads me back to carry home. I came back through that broken gate, where time and truth don't separate. The house still stands but leans in shame, like it remembers every name. The porch still creaks beneath my feet, like it knows what I won't speak. And every step I take inside feels like there's nowhere left to hide. There's a photograph turned face down, like you couldn't bear the sound of what I was and what I've been, staring back through faded skin. And in the silence I confess to ghosts I never laid to rest. They don't accuse, they don't condemn, they just wait for me to name them. These are the sins we carry home, carved in flesh and set in stone. No matter how far we try to roam, we drag them back, we drag them home. Oh, I tried to leave them in the past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I've ever known leads me back to carry home. The kitchen still smells faint and cold, the words too sharp, the stories told. The cut too deep to disappear, and lingers stronger year by year. A chair sits empty by the wall, like it's waiting for a call that never came, that never will, but echoes in the silence still. I hear my father's voice again, not loud, not clear, just drifting in, like something lost between regret and all the things he can't forget. The walls don't speak, but they still know every truth I never show, and every lie I tried to own has found its way back home. These are the sins we carry home, carved in flesh and set in stone. No matter how far we try to roam, we drag them back, we drag them home. Oh, I tried to leave them in the past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I've ever known leads me back to carry home. I walked out back where the garden died, where we buried things we couldn't hide. The soil's still soft, the air's still thick, with everything we tried to fix. I knelt down slow and dug my hands through broken dirt and shifting plans. And what I found wasn't bone or blade, just every choice I ever made. They rose like shadows in the dusk, not to judge, not to discuss, just to stand where I could see what they've always been to me. And I finally learned what I denied, you can't out man still carrying them home. Now I don't run, I don't pretend. I walk with ghosts, I call my friends. Not forgiven, not undone, just part of everything I've done. And maybe peace ain't letting go, but learning what you always know, that every road you travel on still brings you back where you belong. The night grows still, the past won't fade, but I don't fear the mess I've made. 'Cause in the dark I finally know these are the sins we carry home. Wind got sharp like a rusted blade. I've been riding through the night trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine for me no more. Just lead me down this lonesome desert floor. Every town I pass remembers my name. Whispers spread like wildfire and blame. I ain't searching for forgiveness or peace, just a place where my heart can finally sleep. 'Cause I'm a rider without a home, just a shadow made of dust and bone. I'm a rider without heaven. The match was struck in trembling hands, like fate was made from shaking plans. The air went still, the night turned thin, like it knew what was about to begin. A bottle tipped, a prayer untrue, and everything went burning blue. And in that moment, sharp and dire, I was baptized in gasoline and fire. It started slow, a creeping glow, where broken memories tend to go. A whisper first, then rising heat, beneath the dust on empty street. The wind didn't fight, it just stood by, like even wind had learned to lie. And every shadow on the wall seemed to be waiting for the fall. No turning back, no word to say, just watching night dissolve away into a truth I couldn't deny, written in flame across the sky. The ground ignited soft and wide, like something deep had come alive. And every breath I tried to keep just fed the blaze too deep. I was baptized in gasoline and fire tonight. No wrong, no mercy, no clear right. Just everything I used to be, burning up in front of me. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stand, but fire moves like it understands. And every step I tried to take just feeds the path I tried to break. The house I knew turned black and red, like every word it ever said was written in the smoke and ash of everything I couldn't grasp. The windows screamed without a sound, the flames reached up and pulled them down. And every memory I held turned into something I could smell. Not pain try to break. I stood there still, I didn't move, like I had nothing left to prove. And in the flames I swear I saw the shape of every broken law. Not punishment, not final it, but something trying to transcend the man I was before the spark got lost somewhere inside the dark. And then the fire finally spoke. It wasn't pain, it wasn't smoke, it was the sound of letting go of everything I used to know. It ain't the flame, it ain't the heat, it's everything you can't repeat. Every sin you let inspire becomes your gasoline and fire. And rebirth don't come clean or bright, it comes through ruin in the night, till everything you thought was true is ash of something new. I was baptized in gasoline and fire, I know, and I feel it still below. No saving hand, no holy choir, just smoke that climbs ever higher. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to flee, but the fire became part of me. And every breath I take in turn still carries what I learned. Now I don't run, I don't resist, I carry embers in my fist. No past to save, no truth to lie, just something burning in my eye. And if you ever feel that flame, whisper softly out your name. Don't reach too close, don't stay too long, or you may come in the fire song. The blaze goes out, the night stays thin, but something new is born within. And I remain where ashes sigh, baptized in gasoline and fire. Moonlight bleeding through the iron rail, I feel the weight of every sin I own, carved like names on a graveyard stone. My hands still shake from the fire I fed, silhouettes of the damned inside my head. The night is cold on this forgotten trail, moonlight bleeding through the iron rail. I feel the weight of every sin I own, carved like names on a graveyard stone. My hands still shake from the fire I fed, silhouettes of the damned inside my head. The night is cold on this forgotten trail, moonlight bleeding through the iron rail. I feel the weight of every sin I own, carved like names on a graveyard stone. My hands still shake from the fire I fed, silhouettes of the damned inside my head. The Some things don't stay down, no matter how deep you dig. I put it in the ground where the light don't go, under 10 feet of lies and frozen snow. Covered it up with prayers I didn't mean, and a promise to forget what I'd seen. But the earth don't keep what the heart won't release, it pushes it up like it's begging for peace. Every season turns, but it never feels gone, like a curse that just keeps moving on. I tried to lock it away, but it learned how to stay in the back of everything I say. It's a sin that won't stay buried, won't stay asleep, keeps crawling back from the dark so deep. Every mile I run, every lie I defend, it finds its way back again. Yeah, it's a sin that won't stay buried in the dark, it keeps beating like a broken heart. And no matter how I pray or how far I flee, it keeps coming this line. Saw it in the mirror when I lost my mind. It don't wear a face, it don't need a name, but I feel it when I hear my own name. There's a stain on my hands that don't wash away clean, no matter how much water I've been in between. And every town I pass starts to feel the same, like they already know what I came to escape. And the silence starts to speak from the places I won't keep, where the buried truth runs deep. It's a sin that won't stay buried, won't stay asleep, keeps crawling back from the dark so deep. Every mile I run, every lie I defend, it finds its way back again. Yeah, it's a sin that won't stay buried in the dark. It keeps beating like a broken heart, and no matter how I pray or how far I flee, it keeps coming back for me. You can't hide it, it remembers. You carried it. I thought time would make it fade, but it only learned my name. When the truth makes a sound, and it follows me around. It's a sin that won't stay buried, won't stay asleep, keeps crawling back from the dark so deep. Every scar I hide, every truth I deny, just keeps rising back to life. Yeah, it's a sin that won't stay buried in my soul. It's the part of me I can't control, and no matter how I break or how I bleed, it keeps coming back for me. It's a sin that won't stay buried. I know it's true, because it's everything I ever did to you. And every night I fall, I can clearly see it was never buried, it was always me. I buried it deep, but it learned how to breathe. The engine idled in the dead of night, headlights cutting through fading light, and there he was, calm as defeat. The devil sat in my passenger seat. No horns, no fire, no burning red, just a smile I couldn't forget. And every mile I tried to run felt like it had already been done. I didn't see him get inside, no door slam, no place to hide. He was just there when I looked right, like he was born into the night. He said, "You look like you've been far." I said, "I don't know where we are." He laughed like that was answer enough, like life was always meant to be rough. The road ahead was empty, black, no signs to tell me where I'm at, and every curve I tried to take seemed like a choice I didn't make. He tapped the glass, he hummed a tune like the night belonged to no one soon, and every thought I tried to keep got pulled smoke, no lighter flash, like it appeared from fading ash. And in the glow, I swear I saw the outline of my own flaw. He said, you're not as clean as you pretend. I said, this ride will never end. He smiled again, like he agreed, like I was already free. The mirror showed us side by side, but something felt like I had died. Not body, breath, or skin or bone, just something I called my own. The engine roared but stayed in place, like time had stopped in this embrace. And every second passing through belonged more to him than to you. The devil sat in my passenger seat tonight. No wrong or right, just fading light. No way to run, no way to name the shadow wearing my name. I tried to steer, but every road just ends in here. And every mile I try to flee, he's riding right next to me. I asked him what he wanted here. He said, you already volunteered, like I had signed without a pen. Somewhere back in where and when the road outside began to bend, like it refused to comprehend if forward even meant ahead, or if we'd always been misled. And in that moment, sharp and slow, I realized what I didn't know, that he don't ride beside the sin, he rides the place that starts within. It ain't the horns, it ain't the flame, it's every choice that feeds the game. Every lie you let survive keeps him right there alive. And devils don't need chains or hell, they just know you far too well. Till every turn you try to make is his, no matter what you take. The devil sat in my passenger seat for me, and I think he's always been with me. No escape, no final break, just every choice I ever make. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to fight, but he just smiled in the fading light. And every road I thought was free was just him driving me. Now I don't drive, I don't pretend, I know this ride will never end. No destination left to reach, just lessons he continues to teach. And if you ever hear that sound, engine humming with no ground, don't look beside you, don't turn around, or you'll see who's always around. The road goes on, the night runs thin, but I know where it all begins, and I remain where shadows meet, with the devil in my passenger seat. There's a road that used to promise it would soften what it took, but the signs have all been withered, like they've lost the way they look. And the air feels slightly thinner, like it knows what's coming next. Not a storm, not any warning, just the absence of what's left. It felt longer than it was, like it carried something gentle in the spaces in between us. Every turn once felt forgiving, every mile felt understood, like the road could make excuses for the things I thought I could. But something changed without announcing, no clear moment I could name, just a slow and quiet fading of the mercy in its frame. No voice to guide, no hand to hold, just something settling into cold. And every step I try to take feels like it's already late. This is the end of Mercy Road tonight. No wrong to name, no wrong to right, just something closing out the line that used to let me change my mind. Oh, I tried to turn around, but the silence made no sound, and every step I thought was free just led me deeper into me. The sky don't offer answers, it just watches from above, like it's done explaining anything to something it won't love. Every marker feels the same now, just variations of decline, like the meaning's been dismantled, one quiet piece at a time. I ask the road if it remembers what it used to let me be, but it answers only distance, like it doesn't know mercy. No truth to bear, no past to save, just something I already gave. And every breath I try to keep feels like it's falling underneath. It's the end of Mercy Road, I see. It was never meant for me. No matter how I tried to stand, it slipped right out of my hands. Oh, I stayed, I tried to fight, tried to rewrite what felt right, but every mile I thought was kind just left something behind. Now I walk without correction, let the ending take its shape. There's no forgiveness in the distance, only what you can't escape. And it isn't something cruel now, it's just structure losing grace, like a system reaching silence at a slower final pace. And in that quiet understanding, with no mercy left to try, I stop asking for a reason and let it pass me by. It ain't that mercy disappears, it's what it leaves you with in years. Every choice you don't undo becomes the road that carries you. And endings don't arrive in pain, they just remove what can't remain. So every step you thought was wide was already predefined. It's the end, and now I know there was never anywhere to go. No matter how I tried to change, it stayed the same in every frame. Oh, I stood still, I didn't run, watched the mercy come undone, and every step I thought was mine was already out of time. Now the road don't feel like travel, just a line that doesn't bend, and the silence it has gathered feels like something near the end. And if you ever find a mercy in a place that feels too late, don't assume it stays forever. It might already change its state. There's a shape I used to recognize, hanging steady straight in same familiar walls, but the meaning in the center doesn't answer when it calls. I remember how it stood before, every line in perfect place, every angle held a certainty, every edge a kind of grace. But I saw it shift without a sound, no moment I could trace. Like it turned while I wasn't looking, and refused to face my face. There's no crack within the surface, no break that I can prove, but the weight of what it used to mean doesn't sit the way it moved. No voice to guide, no line to keep, just something waking underneath. And every truth I try to hold feels different than I'm told. It's a cross turned upside down tonight. No clear wrong, no clear right, just something shifting in its place that I can't restore or replace. So I tried to set it back in line, tried to read the same old signs, but every meaning I once knew won't return the way it used to. The words all sound the same as ever, every phrase I've heard before, but they echo slightly altered, like they don't land anymore. There's a silence in the answers, like they're holding something back, and the path I thought was certain don't feel steady on the track. I look around for confirmation, something solid, something true, but the ground beneath the question feels like it's shifting too. No sign to read, no past to trust, just something turning into dust. And every step I try to take feels like a quiet break. It's a cross turned upside down tonight, not in anger, not in spite, just something losing what it gave in a way I cannot save. Oh, I stayed, I tried to believe there was something I could retrieve, but every truth I tried to claim wouldn't stand the same again. I stood still in the reflection, tried to see what had been changed, but it wasn't in the symbol, it was something rearranged. No reversal I could measure, no clear point where it began, just a slow and steady turning I could never understand. And in that quiet, hollow moment, with no ground left to defend, I stopped trying to correct it and let the meaning bend. It ain't the sign that loses weight, it's what you learn to reinterpret. Every truth you leave unchecked finds a way to disconnect, and symbols don't stay fixed in place, they shift with every doubt you face. So every line you thought was true might not hold the same for you. It's a cross and now I see it clear, it was never fixed right here. No matter how I tried to hold, it was always bound to fold. Oh, I tried to make it stay, tried to keep it one clear way, but every meaning I held tight turned slowly out of sight. Now the shape is still before me, but it don't feel like it did. Every line still holds its place, but not the way it lived. And if you ever see it shifting in a way you can't explain, don't assume it's just the symbol, it might be you that's changed. everything goes quiet still, and branches hang like broken dreams when nothing ever truly seems. The willow bowed, the sky grew deep, and I buried her where the willow weeps. I carried silence in my hands across the broken, empty lands. No words to say, no prayers to keep, just weight too heavy, sharp and deep. The ground was soft like it agreed to hold what neither heart could need. And every step I took that night felt like I left behind a light. She didn't speak, she didn't cry, just watched the world pass her by like she already knew the end before it chose to bend. The wind went low, the air stood bare like something was already there, and every breath I tried to hold just turned the night to cold. I buried her where the willow weeps for me, underneath that hollow tree. No cross to mark, no name to save, just silence carved into the grave. Oh, I tried to stay, I tried to pray, but the night just turned away, and every tear I couldn't keep still falls where the willow weeps. The shovel struck a hollow sound like it was breaking sacred ground, and every clump of earth that fell carried something I knew well. Not just her name, not just her face, but every memory I can't erase. It all went in without a fight into the soil of fading light. The willow cried without a tear, but I could feel her still right here. Not gone, not lost, not set apart, just woven into dark. The river hummed a broken hymn like it remembered where she'd been, and every step I tried to leave still makes the willow grieve. I buried her where the willow weeps at night, beneath the fading hollow light. No final words, no last goodbye, just branches pointing to the sky. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but nothing ever goes away, and every breath I try to keep still hears the willow weep. Nights run thin where everything begins again, and though the grave is soft and still, it never learned to heal. The wind still calls a name to me through every rustling bending tree, and I don't know if she is gone or just part of the song. The willow sways, it knows my sin like it's been waiting from within, and every shadow I can find still carries her behind. It ain't the dirt, it ain't the rain, it's everything that stays in pain. Every love we try to keep still lives where willows weep, and burial don't mean release, sometimes it only brings increase. Still everything you tried to hide still breathes on the other side. I buried her where the willow weeps for me, and she never left that tree. No turning back, no truth to save, just whispers from her grave. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to flee, but she stayed inside of me, and every tear I tried to keep still falls where willows weep. Now I don't dig, I don't return, I let the quiet branches burn. No past to fix, no name to call, just shadows on the wall. And if you ever hear that sound, we're bending trees, I'll bow down. Don't stay too close, don't look too deep, or you'll hear the willow weep. The river flows, the night runs thin, but something never leaves within, and I remain where memories creep, where I buried her, where the willow weeps. like something moving slow. Not a step, not fully living, but refusing not to go. And the air feels slightly heavier, like it remembers more than me, like the room has learned to hold it without ever setting free. I thought I left it far behind me, in a place without a name, where the edges stopped repeating and nothing felt the same. But it doesn't need a reason, doesn't need a path to take. It just finds the cracks I missed once and slips through what I forsake. There's no knock before it enters, no announcement in the dark, just the quiet rearranging of what used to leave a mark. No door to close, no lock to break, just something time forgot to take. And every breath I try to keep feels like it's already deep. The past came crawling back tonight, no wrong declared, no clear right, just something dragging through the years that never really disappears. Oh, I turned, I tried to run, tried to say it's all done, but every step I thought was free just brought it closer back to me. It doesn't show up like a memory, it don't arrive as thought. It's in the space between the moments where I thought it could be caught. Every wall I built around it feels a little less defined, like it learned the shape of exits I never thought it would find. I hear it in the quiet breathing when the world is almost still. Not a voice, but something echoing that bends against my will. No truth to face, no line to draw, just something I already saw. And every step I try to take feels like a step I can't escape. The past came crawling back again, like it never reached an end. No matter how I tried to leave, it stayed inside what I believe. Oh, I stood still, I tried to hide, but it moved in on every side. And every version I became still carried something with the same. Now I don't fight its presence, let it settle where it lands. There's no use in resisting what already understands. It's not cruel, not forgiving, it's just patient in its way, like it knows I never really left the things I tried to lay. And in that quiet recognition, with no distance left to make, I stop calling it a stranger and accept the shape it takes. It ain't a ghost, it ain't a curse, it's everything that won't disperse. Every truth you don't complete keeps on crawling back to meet. And time don't bury what you miss, it only teaches it to persist. So every step you thought was gone was something still coming on. The past came crawling, now I see it was always part of me. No matter how I tried to run, it was already done. Oh, I stayed, I didn't fight, let it settle into sight. And every breath I take ahead Just the weight of what I carry finally got arranged. And if you ever feel it moving when you think you're finally free, don't assume it's something outside. It might be memory. Cold in this forgotten trail. There's a sound beneath the floorboards, like something moving slow. Not a step, not fully living, but refusing not to go. And the air feels slightly heavier, like it remembers more than me, like the room has learned to hold it without ever setting free. I thought I left it far behind me, in a place without a name, where the edges stopped repeating and nothing felt the same. But it doesn't need a reason, it doesn't need a path to take. It just finds the cracks I missed once and slips through what I forsake. There's no not before.
The sky was bleeding a faded red, like the sun itself had lost its head. Wind rolled low through a broken land, like it knew the taste of blood and sand. There's a sound that sleeps in the hollow ground, where nothing lives that can't be drowned. And every breath that the earth lets out tastes like silence wrapped in doubt.
Taught me how to survive by keeping the dead things half alive. We didn't pray, we didn't cry, just watch the world slowly pass us by. And every dream that I ever had was buried deep in the iron and ash. The house we lived in leaned like sin, like it knew the war that lived within. And every night the walls would shake like they were breaking just to break. I learned early what silence cost, every victory already lost. And every road that I tried to trust turned into blood and turned into dust. It's blood and dust, that's all I know. Where the broken hearts and the dead winds go, where every promise fades to rust in the endless weight of blood and dust. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to fight, but the darkness follows me every night. And nothing grows where I've been placed, just blood and dust in a godless place. I wore a gun like a second skin, like it could wash away what I've been. Every shot was a prayer unmade, every bullet a price I paid. There was a town where I crossed that line, where the law had lost its sense of time. And the men there spoke in cracked out lies, with hollow mouths and empty eyes. They said, boy, you don't belong here yet, but the dead don't care who they forget. And I stood was just a sinner passing through. It's blood and dust, that's all I know. Where the broken hearts and the dead winds go, where every promise fades to rust in the endless weight of blood and dust. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to fight, but the darkness follows me every night, and nothing grows where I've been placed, just blood and dust in a godless place. I met a man on a desert road with a face like a heavy load. He said, son, you're running out of time, and you've already crossed the final line. He pointed west where the sun don't stay, where the sky just bleeds and fades away. And he laughed like he'd seen it all, like he'd watched every strong man fall. I asked him what lies past the end. He said, nothing you can call a friend, just echoes drifting through the sand from every life that slipped your hand. I buried hope in a shallow grave next to the promises I couldn't save, and I carved my name in a stone too small, knowing no one would read it at all. And I swear I heard the earth reply, a low cracked voice beneath the sky, saying every soul that dares to roam becomes the dirt they once called home. It's blood and dust, it's all I know. Where the broken hearts and the dead winds go, where every promise fades to rust in the endless weight of blood and dust. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to fight, but the darkness follows me every night, and nothing grows where I've been placed, just blood and dust in a godless place. Now I walk where the sun don't rise, with hollow bones and empty eyes. No name, no home, no guiding light, just fading echoes in the night. And maybe one day I'll finally fall and not remember any of it at all. But until then, I walk this line between the living and lost in time. The wind still sings through shattered ground, where no forgiveness can be found. And all that's left when the world goes still is blood and dust and iron will.
There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones in a cracked up sky. He used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night, before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. There's a rope still tied to a leaning tree, where the bark's been scarred like it's seen me bleed. I don't recall how it came undone, just the silence after when it was done. There was dirt in my nails and a shaking chest, and a voice in my head saying leave the rest. But the creek went still like it watched me lie, and it hasn't flowed since that night when
by and the wind died out like it couldn't stay, like it feared what I'd done that day. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Here it called me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. Met an old man once by the dried up bend with a hollow look like he'd reached the end. He said, I've been here since the water died, since the truth went under and refused to rise. I said, why don't you leave this place? He just smiled with a broken face, said, you don't walk off what you tie yourself to. Then he turned and his eyes looked through, and I felt that pull in my chest again, like the creek was crawling beneath my skin. Every breath I took felt thick with blame, like the silence itself spoke my name. I went back there late in the dead of night, with a shovel shaking in pale moonlight. Thought I'd dig it up, let the truth be known, but the ground was hard like it turned to stone. Then a crack ran deep through the dried creek bed, and a whisper rose from the buried dead. You don't dig up what you've become. Now I see reflections where there's no rain, in the empty bed of that lifeless vein. Faces flicker in the broken ground, every one of them makes no sound. And I feel my feet sink slow each day, like the earth itself won't let me stray. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a place where the past won't leave. The creek don't run, but it pulls me in through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take just feeds that land, like it's carving in truth I can't withstand. Hear it whisper low, you're already mine, through the hollow echo of wasted time. I don't fight, I don't stop, I just wait for the final drop. The creek don't run, it just holds the truth of the man I was and the things I do. Every lie I told still breathes down there in the heavy dark of that empty stare. If there's peace, it dried away, left me here where the dead things stay. I don't live, I don't mourn, I just fade where the creek was born. So if you find that bit of cracked up stone where the water's gone and the past is gone, don't step down, don't linger long, 'cause the silence there ain't ever wrong, and it won't scream loud, it won't make a sound, it just pulls you slow into the ground. Where the creek don't run, but it drags you down. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear, ain't ever wrong, and the The stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turn black with taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop.
There's a sound that starts in distance, not a strike, not fully near, just a pressure in the silence that begins to form as fear. And the air don't hold it lightly, it just carries what it brings, like the world has learned to tremble at the weight of unseen things. Yeah. It don't come with broken thunder, it don't tear the sky apart, just a rhythm slowly rising, like it's always at a start. Every street begins to listen, every window holds its breath, like the quiet understands it better than what's left. There's no place you can escape it, no direction it won't reach. It's inside the very stillness that refuses not to speak. No voice to stop, no hand to hold, just something older than control. And every step you try to take arrives a second far too late. These are the bells of judgment day to night. No hiding, lifting, wrong or right, just something counting what remains in slow and unrelenting frames. Oh, I tried to close my eyes, tried to rewrite every line, but every sound I tried to break just echoed back a deeper shade. The ground don't shake in warning, it just steadies underneath, like it knows the weight is coming without needing to believe. Every face I pass is quieter, every movement slightly slow, like they've heard it long before me and just never let it show. I look for something solid, some excuse to call it wrong, but the sound don't ask permission, it just carries itself along. No truth to fight, no name
is almost fading, but it never really goes. It just lingers in the places where nobody quite knows. And if you ever hear it starting in a silence you call home, don't mistake it for arrival. It's the end of what you've known.
Like it had carried all my years. No rushing roar, no violent cry, just patient current passing by. And in that flow so dark and wide, I felt my truth begin to die. I stood above the muddy shore with words I couldn't hold anymore. Not spoken loud, not carved in stone, just things I thought I'd own. But rivers don't forget a thing, they keep what broken moments bring. And every lie I tried to keep just drifted toward the deep. The banks went still, the reeds leaned low, like they already seemed to know that what I brought would not survive the pull beneath the tide. The current paused and leaned in close, like it had hurt me most. And every breath I tried to hide just slipped away inside. The river took my last life from me that day and washed the rest away. No truth to save, no mask to wear, just empty hands and air. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to fight, but it flowed into the night. And every step I can't undo still carries what was true. It didn't ask, it didn't wait, it simply set the final gate. And everything I tried to bend just met its quiet end. The surface broke in rippling lines, like truth was written in the signs. And every reflection I could see was something stripped from me. No thunder came, no sky to weep, just water learning how to keep what I had buried in disguise beneath my own replies. The river knows what mouths conceal, it doesn't argue what is real. And every word I tried to spin just sank into the wind. The river took my last lie and set me free from everything I used to be. No turning back, no place to hide, just current on the other side. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but it washed me all away. And every breath I try to claim still knows my real name. Now when I hear that water sound, I know a truth I left around. Not punishment, not grace, not pain, just something I can't explain. The river doesn't judge or break, it only takes what you forsake, till everything you try to keep gets lost beneath the deep. And I don't know what's left of me beyond what rivers choose to see. It ain't the flow, it ain't the tide, it's everything we try to hide. Every lie we try to sell still knows the river well. And truth don't drown, it only shifts through every current, every drift, till everything you try to deny still learns how not to lie. The river took my last lie away from me and left me standing
echoes inside my mind. Now I don't speak when waters rise, I let them read between my lies. No mask to wear, no truth to fake, just everything the river takes. And if you ever stand that near, where silence turns to fear, don't trust your words, don't trust your eyes, or the river will strip your lies. The current moves, the night runs by, but something never lets me lie. And I remain where water sighed, where the river took my last life. Scream like a broken choir under a sky that's soaked in fire. The moon hangs low like a crooked tooth over a road that don't tell the truth. Dust rises slow where the sinners go, where the wind don't whisper, it only moans. And every mile that you try to pass feels like it's dragging you right back fast. I left my home in the fading light with nothing but a restless night. Mama cried, but I didn't stay. Said I'd find my way someday. But the South don't let you just walk away. It keeps you so for another day. And every road sign bent and cracked, like it knew I was coming back. The trees stood still like they'd seen it all, like they were waiting for me to fall. And somewhere deep in the heavy air, I swore I heard a prayer not there. A voice came low from the ditches black, said, boy, you don't turn your back. But I kept driving through the heat where the devil learns your heartbeat. On the devil's road down south I ride, where the truth and lies collide, where every sinner knows his name, and every blessing turns to flame. Oh, I tried to leave, but it pulled me in, like a river made of sin. I go, the less I see, just the devil's road waiting for me. I stopped at a shack with a flickering light, where the air felt thick as a fight. A man inside with hollow eyes said, son, you're not the first to die. He poured me a drink that tasted like ash, like every dream turned into crash. And when I asked him what he meant, he just smiled like he was spent. Said, this road don't end where maps pretend, it just circles back again. And every traveler thinks they're free, till the road comes collecting its fee. The wind outside kept calling slow, like it already owned my soul. And every mile marker I passed just felt like shadows from the past. On the devil's road down south I ride, where the truth and lies collide, where every sinner knows his name, and every blessing turns to flame. I see just the devil's road waiting for me. A preacher stood by the roadside dirt with a Bible soaked in her. He said, boy, you're heading wrong. But his voice didn't sound that strong. His hands were shaking, eyes too wide, like he'd already been inside. And when I asked him what he saw, he just whispered, don't break the law. But there ain't no law on that cursed land, just fire disguised as rain. And every promise ever made gets buried where the debts are paid. I saw my shadow leave the wheel like it had a life to steal. It walked ahead down the broken line like it wasn't even mine. And I swear the road itself leaned near and told me what I feel, that every turn I thought was mine was written down the whole damn time. On the devil's road down south I ride, where the truth and lies collide, where every sinner knows his name, and every blessing turns to flame. Oh, I tried to leave, but it pulled me in like a river made of sin. And now I know I'll never be anything but part of me. Now I don't know if I'm still real or just the road's next meal. The engine hums like a dying prayer, but there's no destination there. The sky don't change, the miles don't end, just the same bend after bend. And I've learned what the silence said, the living and the road are dead. So if you drive where the map turns black, don't ever try to look back. And if you hear
there's a rail line rusting through a dying town, where the trains stop coming but the tracks stay down. Every board creaks low like it's warning me, but I keep walking where I shouldn't be. I found a note code by the broken gate, with a pocket watch stuck at a certain date, and a name stitched in that I couldn't place, but it felt like mine when I saw the face. And the wind cut sharp like it knew my past, like every step might be my last. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a station house with the lights burned out, and a ticket booth with no way out. I saw a figure there dressed in gray, selling rides that don't come back this way. I said, where does this line run to? He said, son, it runs straight through you. Then he handed me a torn out pass with a destination marked your past. And the clock struck none, but I heard it chime like it counted down what wasn't mine. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper
from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a train that comes when the sky goes dead. No light in the front, just a glow of dread. Doors slide open with a hollow sound, like a coffin dragged across the ground. I stepped inside, though I don't know why. Felt like I already said goodbye, and the seats were filled with hollow eyes, all staring forward, none alive. And the train rolled on with no clear track through a world that bent and never snapped. Every window showed a different scene of things I did or might have been. I saw my hands in a stranger's crime, felt the weight of things I called not mine. Every version of me I tried to deny sat right there, staring back in my eyes. And the voice on the rail said soft and thin, no one rides here without giving in. Now the train don't stop and I don't age, just a moving ghost in a rusted cage. I hear new footsteps down the aisle, another lost soul in denial. They ask me, where does this go? I just smile like I already know, and I point outside where nothing bends, just an endless track that never ends. These tracks don't lead back, they just erase every trace of who you used to face. Every truth gets worn down thin, till there's nothing left beneath your skin. Hear the wheels grind slow through your bones, like a song made out of broken homes. You don't leave, you just adapt to a life that's already snapped. These tracks don't end, they just repeat through the hollow echo of defeat. Every mile's just another lie you tell yourself before you die. If there's God, he don't ride this line, left us lost in a loop of time. We don't live, we don't mend, we just ride till the bitter end. So if you hear that whistle in the dead of night, but no train's there, no headlight, don't go looking, don't step near, 'cause it ain't a train, it's something you hear. And once you're bored, you won't come back, just another soul on a never-ending track.
Forgotten how to wail. Wind moves slow through cracked up ground, where nothing living makes a sound. The earth is tired, bone and dry, like it once learned how to die. And every breath the land lets out is shaped like silence, wrapped in doubt. I came back home to find it gone, like it never learned to carry on. Fields that once were green and wide, now fold into the earth and
hollow shell of stories it can't even tell. My boots sink into fractured clay, like the land itself is slipping away, and every step feels twice removed from anything that once was true. I swear I heard the ground reply, a low exhausted kind of sigh, like it remembers every fall but can't forgive it all at all. These are tears on barren soil, where nothing grows but endless toil, where every drop that tries to stay just fades and slowly drains away. Oh, I've cried enough to fill the cracks, but the earth just takes it back and leaves me standing all alone on a graveyard made of stone. Is a scar of dust where water died and turned to rust. I followed it like it might lead home, but it only showed me how to roam. Old tree stumps like forgotten names, burned out by invisible flames. They used to stand like living proof, but now they're just a hollow truth. I knelt down where the roots once grew, trying to find something I knew, but all I touched was broken time and echoes of a life gone blind. The wind don't bring what it once did, just whispers of what it hid, and every hope I try to claim turns back into dust and shame. These are tears on barren soil, where nothing grows but endless toil, where every drop that tries to stay just fades and slowly drains away. To fill the cracks, but the earth just takes it back and leaves me standing all alone on a graveyard made of stone. I see my father in the heat haze line, working land that once was mine. His face is blurred by time and dust, like memory dissolves in trust. He doesn't speak, he just keeps on working ground that's almost gone, and I wonder if he even knows the future here no longer grows. A distant thunder shakes the plain, but it never turns into rain, just empty sound across the sky, like even storms refuse to try. And I realize in this fading land, nothing grows the way we planned. Every just learned how to become a grave, and hope itself is just a name for something that forgot its flame, left to rot beneath the sun before it ever could become. These are tears on barren soil, where nothing grows but endless toil, where every drop that tries to stay just fades and slowly drains away. Oh, I've cried enough to fill the cracks, but the earth just takes it back and leaves me standing all alone on a graveyard made of stone. Now I don't cry like I used to do, the ground already drank it too, and all that's left inside of me is what refuses to believe. The wind still moves, the sun still burns, but nothing here returns, just endless land and empty years, and echoes made of dried up tears. So I walk where the dead crops lie, under a fractured endless sky, and every step I take recalls tears falling on barren soil.
The wind got sharp like a rusted blade. I've been riding through the night light trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine for me no more. Just lead me down this lonesome desert floor. Every town I pass remembers my name. Whispers spread like wildfire and blame. I ain't searching for forgiveness or peace, just a place where my heart can find a sleep. 'Cause I'm a rider without a home, just a shadow made of dust and bone. I'm a rider. The road runs quiet through the night, like it's hiding from the light. Dust hangs low where memories roam, on the path that leads us home. There's a weight I can't outrun, from all the things I've said and done. And every mile I've ever known just leads me back to carry home. I came back through that broken gate, where time and truth don't separate. The house still stands but leans in shame, like it remembers every name. The porch still creaks beneath my feet, like it knows what I won't speak. And every step I take inside feels like there's nowhere left to hide. There's a photograph turned face down, like you couldn't bear the sound of what I was and what I've been, staring back through faded skin. And in the silence I confess, the ghost I never laid to rest. They don't accuse, they don't condemn, they just wait for me to name them. These are the sins we carry home, carved in flesh and set in stone. No matter how far we try to roam, we drag them back, we drag them home. Oh, I tried to leave them in the past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I've ever known leads me back to carry home. The kitchen still smells faint and cold, the words too sharp, the stories told. The cut too deep to disappear, and lingers stronger year by year. A chair sits empty by the wall, like it's waiting for a call that never came, that never will, but echoes in the silence still. I hear my father's voice again, not loud, not clear, just drifting in, like something lost between regret and all the things he can't forget. The walls don't speak, but they still know every truth I never show, and every lie I tried to own has found its way back home. These are the sins we carry home, carved in flesh and set in stone. No matter how far we try to roam, we drag them back, we drag them home. Oh, I tried to leave them in the past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I've ever known leads me back to carry home.